Hello and welcome to deValiante Plays Chapter 4, Part 1 of 2064 ROM by Mid-Boss. This is a game that was part of Humble Bundle's Bundle for Racial Justice and Equality. The following features violence, flashing animations, strong language, and graphic descriptions. Discretion is advised. Now, without further ado, let's get started. I don't remember who that is.
Ready to head out? Oh, I'm sorry. I was wool gathering. I see we've arrived at the Melody Flores residence. It's quite impressive. But that's to be expected, considering that she is still the majority owner of the Flower Cybernetics Group, despite retiring from day-to-day operations at the company. I wonder how she and Hayden first began working together. Sorry, back on task. Is there anything you'd like to know before we head inside? Flower Cybernetics was established in the early 2000s by Melody's mother, Antonella. It started out developing cutting-edge medical tech, including advanced prosthesis and nanoparticle diagnostic and treatment technologies. They were vastly successful when they perfected the first synthetic nerve mesh, allowing direct connection and control between the nervous system and a cybernetic prosthesis. The majority of their early projects were defense technologies for the American military, developing ruggedized military prosthesis for use on injured soldiers, and then eventually electively for special forces. This research line culminated in the development of brain-controlled androids as shock troops, long since barred by international law. Melody took over the company of her aging mother, and she began developing further military hardware from that point on. She pushed the company to use the BCA technology for the company's original goals of medical advancement, as well as developing the first direct-link virtual reality implants. The company is largely successful on a global scale, despite continued legislative movement against extensive cybernetic use, especially brain implants.
What can you tell me about Melody?
Not a whole lot. She's largely private, in contrast to her mother's penchant for courting a media circus. Several biographies of former Flower executives show her as intensely passionate about demilitarizing the company to the point of absolute viciousness in the boardroom.
Good for her.
But it's been a long time since her days of fighting for the company, and she's since stepped away from the helm. There's talk that she's lost her spine in her old age, but... well, I'd take that with a grain of salt. She may have retreated from the corporate battlefield, but you don't change the entire direction of a company as large as Flower if you're a quitter. Stay on your toes.
Didn't Yannick say he and Melody had a falling out?
He did, and I can't shine much light on that. I know that System 1 worked with Flower to help develop the first operating systems for the direct-link virtual reality implants, so perhaps it happened during that time. Also, Flower eventually went with a different company for future models of the implant, but there was never any public talk of a personal falling out between the heads of the companies. I'll scrape the mesh for more rumors, but they'll only be that, rumors. I can do my best to parse fact from fiction, but it blurs too much for me to be sure what's real.
Let's go ahead and head in.
No time like the present, then.
Okay. Hi, is Melody home? Is that a yes or a no?
Your guess is as good as mine. Mine says we can go in. Should we?
Why not? What's the worst that's gonna happen? We get mauled by a bear? The door to the Grand Mansion is open. How did that bear even turn the door handle? Enter mansion door.
Oh, wow! Swanky!
Swanky?
What? I have been trying to increase my usage of colloquialisms.
So you have.
Is swanky too out of date?
It's certainly before my time.
Oh, Miss Flores! Excuse us for the intrusion. My name is Turing, and...
Oh, I know who you are.
Hey, I can explain. I know you don't like Dr. Fairlight very much, but I assure you there's a situation.
Fairlight? I didn't realize Hayden's research had become a charity case. Though I suppose little boy Yannick will throw money at anything that raises his profile on the mesh.
Wait, you know Hayden? Also, we actually only just met Dr. Fairlight yesterday.
Oh, that's too bad. Now Pat won't have to eat me.
What?
Though I'm not sure your gears would have been good for his digestion.
Actually, madam, I'm not comprised of gears.
Well, either way, he's on a diet. This philosophy is how I lead my life. Sometimes you eat the bear, and sometimes the bear, well, he eats you. Do you understand?
No.
Not really.
Look, I don't have all day to entertain you, Turing, nor your new friend. Not even for Hayden. You don't have time to waste if you're going to find him, either.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Right.
What is this about? The most regal-looking robotic cat in the world sits prim and proper on the fainting chair. Fainting chair. A plush purple fainting chair dominates the room. A large climate-controlled globe towers in the lounge. It is lively in-season plants inside. Planter box looks impossible to open, but rubbing the outside does produce a nice squeaky plastic on furniture sound. A unit from the emblem on its side, it sits patiently near Pat in a sort of ambient sleep mode, playing light instrumental music. Like the high-stakes socialite relationships it monitors, the RO51E is extremely delicate. The biggest strawberries you have ever seen are assembled in a china bowl on the coffee table. Thin string of steam escapes the delicate spout. Grrr and stuff. Yeah.
If you were one of Fairlight's worker bees, you wouldn't have made it through the door. So why are you here to badger me about poor Hayden?
You have me at a disadvantage, Ms. Flores. You seem far ahead of us on this matter.
Just call me Melody, darling. And of course. But I'll share a secret or two with you.
I have so many questions. Do you know what's happened to Hayden?
I wish I didn't. Maybe you don't want to either.
Please, Melody, any information you might have. We haven't had access to any of his research notes, and couldn't track down any collaborators he may have been working with. Perhaps if we know more, we might be able to nail down a solid motive.
Well, I don't know if I can speculate on that beyond the usual corporate infighting. Not that Parallaxes remain for that, of course. We had been catching up recently, and he mentioned feelings of being watched. He started to worry he had been discussing your development with the wrong people. When he stopped returning my calls, and now that you've shown up with a total stranger, it becomes clear what happened.
See, can you tell us anything else about his disappearance?
Pretty sure he's dead.
Oh, I'm afraid not, dear. I've been around long enough to know what's coincidence and what isn't.
We were hoping you might be able to shine some light on my origins. Fairlight mentioned that you had worked with Hayden in the past.
I see Hayden didn't neglect curiosity in your personality makeup. Well, you and I haven't properly met, but considering how often Hayden badgered me for design schematics of Flara's latest neural implants, I might as well be your aunt. We'll go with that. I wouldn't mind being an aunt, even to a blue-headed robot.
I'm touched, Melody.
Well then, I'm willing to answer your questions, for now.
How did you help Hayden with Turing?
Indeed. I don't see the connection between your company and Hayden's research into machine sapience.
Oh, Hayden wasn't researching machine sapience. At least not primarily. Not to diminish the importance of your creation, Turing, but it's best you know the truth. Hayden is mainly interested in developing a way to transfer human consciousness into a machine matrix. You can see why neural implants would obviously be an integral part of that.
Oh, I didn't realize.
How would Turing's development help with digitizing the human mind?
The concept of transferring the human mind into a computer has been an attractive goal for decades. Functional immortality is a powerful lure. The brain is an immensely complicated machine, and even though we know the right buttons to push to make pictures show up, we still can't replicate the entire thing as a technological construct. Even with the virtual reality implants, we're really just relying on the brain's ability to make sense of nonsensical signals. So Hayden decided the best way to make a machine more like the human brain would be to work in the opposite direction. Instead of mimicking how the human brain worked, he started writing code that mimicked the functioning of the human mind. Think of it like convergent evolution. Two species adapt in similar ways, but on completely different continents. Hayden is a crack programmer when it comes to information coding. It's why Parallax hired him when they did. So he wrote a bunch of self-modifying learning algorithms. Frankly, baffling and let them loose. Hope and prod them here and there to make sure they value the same things humans do. And we eventually end up with you, Turing.
Interesting. Hayden never revealed any of this to me.
I imagine he's pretty tight-lipped. You were the first prototype he considered a real success, and he was afraid of contaminating your development before he had a chance to make good observations.
Can you elaborate on your involvement?
Sure, if you can even call it involvement. It's a small city. And if you're in the tech sector, you are never more than 2 degrees removed from anyone else. When he started looking into this pet project of his, he came right up to my door and demanded access to the research logs behind our earlier implants. Cheeky, but it was impactful and disruptive, as they like to say around here. I couldn't care less about Flowers' patents anymore, so I gave him what he wanted, just to see what he would do. I'm frankly more impressed than I expected I would be, but don't tell him that.
Don't worry. I won't.
Oh, that was a compliment, dear.
Hayden wasn't invested in Turing's development?
I didn't say that. Hayden was quite interested in Turing, even if he is just a step to further research. In fact, he was preparing to publish his findings involving Turing, and I know it's going to make one heck of a splash in the scientific community. See, the most impressive part about my job is that you're surprisingly smart.
I assure you, Melody, my construction involves only the latest and greatest in ROM prototype technology.
Exactly. You might off the shelf, but you're still just a souped-up ROM, more or less like every other one out there. Your personality algorithms are impressive, but they don't require some new species technology. Hayden is going to propose that human consciousness transference does not require special brain-like hardware architecture, but merely the right software wrapper to interface with the hardware. Much like how you function.
I suppose that is correct. Still, my personality matrices do take up substantial amounts of my processing power. Wouldn't custom hardware have capabilities that better serve such a demanding specialized task?
Sure, there's still plenty of reason in trying to make a computer that works just like a human brain. Efficiency is an important element. But if Hayden can emulate the human mind in existing technology, it means we can start the immortality now, rather than waiting for hardware to catch up with Hayden's software. Frankly, I'm not terribly interested in living forever, but there's more than enough people who are.
Thank you for this, Melody. I understand.
sorry I don't know more of the specifics. Hayden kept me up to date on his progress, but only in the vaguest of ways. If you can hunt down his notes, I'm sure they'll tell you more.
Of course, we'll keep looking. Now, perhaps we could ask some other questions?
Sure.
What's the story between you and Fairlight?
Oh, hell, that old bastard and I have been flashing daggers at each other for the better part of 20 years. I contracted out the software development for our first-gen direct-link VR neural implants to System 1. Things were going great, but after the first model sold like gangbusters, I tried to get into bed with me. I turned him down, very politely, I might add, and then, suddenly, all of the cooperation between our companies dried up. We've been at it back and forth ever since. I'd be damned careful about trusting him if I were you.
I mean, it doesn't seem like he's trying to get into bed with us. However, he might be trying to get a hold of Turing for other reasons that are not sexual, because that would be really freaking creepy.
He's a snake, and he'll do anything he can to get what he wants. Still, I suppose if he tried again now, I might not turn him down.
I'm pretty sure he can't even get out of bed to get into your bed.
It would be fun to needle him about me still having my own company when he doesn't have his.
I think that's everything we need to know.
Good. I can get back to my retirement.
Thank you for your time, Melody. We'll be in touch later.
Oh, one more piece of information for you, if you'd like it. I've got the contact info for a Vincent Mensa, who I think might be of help to you. Vincent was working more closely with Hayden inside Parallax, mostly on his company-approved research on data collating algorithms for the mesh. I'll send him a message and ask him to meet you somewhere. He owes me a favor anyway, and might be able to give you some more information on anything else Hayden may have been working on.
That would be fantastic, Melody. Perhaps Golden Gate Park?
Be careful, Kim. I don't like Fairlight's stench all over the scenario. Don't show him too many of your cards.
Cards? This euphemism is unfamiliar to me.
You have so many of them, though.
Don't tell him anything if you can. Fairlight is more dangerous the more he's informed.
Thank you, Aunt Melody. Wish us luck.
Oh, that's cute. Okay, where are we next? GG! Guy. You've never seen this person, and they appear to be waiting for somebody. Yo, what's up?
Can I help you? I don't really have time to talk. I'm waiting for someone.
Are you Vincent Mensa?
Just coming right out.
We're here for a meeting on behalf of Melody Flores.
Oh, good. You're Melody's people. Do you have everything that I asked for?
Do we?
There must be some miscommunication. Melody said that you would be able to provide us with some information about Hayden Weber's projects within Parallax. He has gone missing, and any information we get may be useful.
Damn that old woman.
What?
We had a deal. She promised me, and I'm not giving up anything until I get what I need.
Oh, Lord.
I already know Hayden is missing.
I would hope so, since you both work at the same company.
Why else would I be willing to sell corporate secrets to Flower? This was my chance to get out of the city.
Okay.
Instead, she sends the two of you, hat in hand with nothing. I'm assuming you're Hayden's little pet AI?
Insulting, but accurate.
Look, I'm sorry to come off callous. I do want to help. Hayden was a colleague and a friend, and I want to know he's okay. But I also need help getting the hell out of Neo SF, and now. My info is my leverage, and it's not for free. I'll just have to find another buyer.
Good.
Maybe after I make another deal, I'll be able to pass it to you.
Perhaps we could assist you? My friend here is a terrific journalist. Being skilled at hunting down people and information is part of the job.
I don't know. Look, I need 100,000 credits, an untraceable car, and a fake passport for me and my wife, Francesca. If you can get me all that, I'll give you anything you want. Hayden's research notes, want to know about Parallax, my company's security credentials, whatever. If you're really sure journalists can come up with that kind of stuff in one day.
We might be able to do that.
Might?
Do you mind answering some other questions first?
Dear God, I'm doomed.
Yeah, we all are. It's fine.
Melody only gave us a rough sketch of what you need. The more you can tell us about the situation, the sooner we can fulfill your request.
Sure, as long as it isn't the juicy stuff.
What do you do for Parallax?
I'm the head applications engineer for their data analysis division. Or maybe was, is what I should be saying. If Hayden is the big brain who comes up with the math that runs the search algorithms, I'm the guy who figures out how to collect and apply the data that we get. We've worked pretty closely for years, but he's head and shoulders above me as far as theory goes. Hayden built a fully independent machine intelligence in his spare time. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to bash myself here. I'm a good software engineer, probably one of the best. Machine intelligence? In a form factor like yours? Now that blows my mind. We've got full immersion, virtual reality, yet most people would still call them science fiction.
Why are you so adamant about getting out of Neo SF?
Because Parallax is rotting from the inside out. Hayden going missing is the last straw, and it's a big-ass straw. There is... how do I put this without giving it away? There's a new project about to roll out, and it's going to change everything about how Parallax does their business worldwide. Since the launch of the MeshNet, we've had some board shakeups, and the people at the top are different from the ones who previously run the company. The altruism the company displayed in the past is gone. They're harder, more ruthless, and more concerned with profits and power than ever before. Not just richest company in the valley power either. Real. My guess? Parallax got rid of Hayden because he was about to do something that would get in the way of it. If they're willing to get rid of the brightest mind on their payroll, what's to stop them from getting rid of me? There's a half dozen people who do that. So I'm getting out before I accidentally step on the wrong person's toes and end up with the problem.
Do you know anything about Hayden's disappearance?
Nothing concrete. I probably wouldn't have noticed anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
I mean, Hayden goes out for a couple days all the time, right? Conferences and guest teaching.
Yeah, but that stuff is, like, scheduled, and you're kind of, like, his partner, so you should know things like that.
He doesn't exactly share his itinerary with me.
That's strange, when you two have to work so closely together.
I tried asking around and no one will say anything. If he had jumped ship, went to a different company, it would be the talk of the week at the water coolers. Instead, dead silence. Thankfully, he allowed me to keep backups of most of his work, simply because I cross-referenced it so much. He didn't like having it all in one place anyway. Bring me what I asked for, and I'll tell you more.
Thank you. We'll go get those things for you.
Sure. I guess I can stick around here for a while.
Yeah, we're gonna come back and you're gonna be dead.
I need to make some calls anyway.
You and your wife are probably gonna be dead.
If you do manage to get what I need, bring it here today and you'll get anything you want. Forwarding photos and info for the passports to Turing now. And I really hope you can do this. I'd rather give it to you than some other corporation anyway. See you soon.
I mean, I feel like Turing was his pet project, or like his little baby. You should just give that information to Turing. But I understand also needing to get out of a dire situation. But I still feel that it's like really just kind of shoddy of you to like blackmail for information that is ultimately going to get you killed anyway. So we're going to find these 100,000 credits and a car and passports, and there's nobody at the end of that we can give it to because they're going to be dead.
I'm not quite sure where to get fake passports or an untraceable car.
Might be somebody at the bar.
The only shady folks we know are those punks who vandalized Hayden's apartment. I doubt they could point us in the right direction, but a long shot is better than no shot. We don't know where they are, though, so for now we should focus on getting the money for Mr. Mensa. Maybe Dr. Fairlight or Melody could spot us the credits. That certainly is no small amount, but is unlikely to cause much consternation for either of them, assuming they are as dedicated to helping as they claim. Melody is assumably home as usual, and Fairlight did let us know he'd be at the hospital. We could ask either of them for assistance.
Kind of want to ask
We need to
Melody.
decide which would be a better course of action.
Because I have a feeling that she will be dead. Hospital. Hi, Pat.
Hello, Pat. Could we see Melody? I guess that means yes?
Hey, Mommy. We need money.
Turing, I'm not saying I don't like seeing your little pixelated face. You're certainly better company than most of the humans I have to deal with. But I am a busy woman, you know? Lots to do.
You haven't moved in like the 3 hours that we've been gone.
Right, Pat? Traitor. Anyway, maybe we should space these little visits out a good bit further. Familiarity breeds contempt, after all. And I'm very good at contempt.
I apologize, Aunt Melody. You stated before that you like your peace and quiet, but we need your assistance.
Oh, we're running with the odd thing, are we? Another woman would tell you not to butter her up, but oh, flattery will get you everywhere with me. All right, what do you need?
Vincent needs help getting out of the city.
I can only imagine. If he's willing to turn coat on Parallax, I bet he feels like a mouse in a cat farm. I know they don't actually farm cats, Pat. It was a metaphor. Whatever, it was a simile then. I am not going to play semantics with you. Moving on. Tell me what the trouble is, and I'll try to conjure up a solution.
We're going to need to pay for the information.
Yes, Mr. Mensa says he needs 100,000 credits before he's willing to speak openly. He also said that you already promised it to him, and that he won't be able to get out of the city without it. He'll give us the information once we have that, plus a few other things I'm certain we can get on our own.
I mean, if we're already here, we might as well, like, try asking her. I'm sure she has something to help.
Well, you can't even scrape together that kind of money.
No, I can't. I've never even seen that kind of money.
Your friend's not much of a journalist, eh, Turing?
According to the statistics that I have found, it is unlikely that a journalist of any caliber less than the best would have that amount of liquid assets on hand.
Thanks.
The pay for the profession just isn't that high, Aunt Melody.
Oh, I see. I guess it's one of those jobs people do because they get free review merchandise, eh?
I'm right here.
I can get you the money, Turing, but only because you're family. Just give Pat a few minutes to gather it. Yeah, just keep moving, you big brute. While we wait, is there anything else you want to grill
Yes.
me over?
A car.
Might as well save us both another visit.
I do. It's a little personal, though. I'd understand if you didn't feel like answering.
Just shoot, Turing. I can take it.
Long ago, you lost your mother. I was wondering, how did you deal with it? Hayden's only been gone for a few days, and I already feel like my circuits are going to lock up for good.
Oh, Turing. I'm not the right person to ask. I hated my mother. She's everything I thought wrong in the world, and when she was gone, I felt nothing but relief that I could start undoing the damage she did. Never mind the fact I had to watch her waste away from the cancer. Death was a blessing for us both. You'll find Hayden soon. Keep that chill.
Blast it! Enough with this subterfuge! We already know Hayden was killed.
Oh, no.
Won't be getting him back.
I'm sorry, too. I still don't know at the time. I've lost people. Never anyone close enough to win me. I don't know that I've ever had anyone close enough to do that. If you feel like talking about it, I'm willing to listen. Or make a hat for it anyway. Stick it out. Time heals all wounds. Or so they say. This too shall pass.
How smart is Pat, really?
Smarter than I give him credit for, that's for sure. It's not the easiest thing in the world to measure, you know? He doesn't process language in the same way humans do, and even if he can understand me, my translation program just guesses at what he says most of the time.
Oh, you have a translator running from your neural implant.
Ah, yes, I'm cheating. Though, honestly, even without it, I have a pretty good idea of what he means most of the time. We've been together for a while now. Considering it only really works on large, typically predatory mammals, we don't have a lot of test subjects. It's a minefield of ethical concerns beyond just being prohibitively expensive. So Pat is a bear apart, at least until we can figure out how to apply the modified neural pathways without frying the brains of 90% of the subjects. The tech we developed is good. It just has a damn high mortality rate.
Lucky Pat.
Maybe one day there will be a bunch of talking tigers and dolphins building cities in the sea, but for now, we're stuck with creating beasts out of our own species.
Seems a little sad that you're all alone except for a bear.
Being alone is easier, and Pat isn't such bad company. I mean, what do you want me to do? Cry about never having a husband, a few kids, and a white picket fence? I had a company to run, and my mother's legacy to fix. What's to say some spawn of mine wouldn't do the exact same thing to my flower, just the other way around? This branch of the Flores line will do well without any more knives being inserted in backs. Thank you very much.
You have that much enmity for your mother?
Have you seen what she did to North Eden? It's a wasteland of death and destruction. If we had kept going down the path she charted, the whole world would be like that.
The information on the mesh does seem to paint a grim picture.
Grim barely scratches the surface. I've been there. At least under the kings it was barely functioning. Now, my mother's monsters have ripped every last resemblance of humanity from the land. They stalk the night horrific creatures of nature, keeping the populace in line through constant fear. The whole story straight out of the pages of Bram's Stick. That's her legacy. So I can't imagine I'd be a very good mother, just from the example I have to work with. That's all. I don't have any more regrets than anyone else my age does. My legacy will speak for itself, as my mother's.
We're short on time.
Just in time, then. Take the cash and get moving.
Briefcase added to items.
I can finally get back to whatever it was I was doing before you burst in here.
Thank you, Aunt Melody. Your help has been invaluable to us.
Yes, yes. Brown nose later. You've got things to do, too.
Okay.
I did not think I would feel such a strong resonance with Melody. We're connected by the barest of threads, but she's already important to me. Was that strange?
There are stranger things.
I guess there's nothing to do but run with it. Some gifts are too valuable to look at too closely, lest they vanish into thin air, and I already have a penchant for overanalyzing things. Let's get moving. We still have things to do before we can meet back up with Mr. Mensa.
Alright. I think we need to take a trip to the bar.
There you are. I've been looking up and down the city for the two of you.
Oh, you work for Fairlight.
Mr. Decker, to what do we owe the pleasure? Fairlight's tip to talk to Melody was very helpful.
Oh, good to hear. Hopefully I can be of use too. I managed to track down those kids you sent me after, and even made it back with Hayden's data cache too. So, mission accomplished.
Nice. But how much of that does Fairlight already have?
This is excellent news, Decker. Thank you so much.
Don't mention it. They were just some punks with too much free time on their hands. Not exactly hardened criminals.
I'm pretty sure they work for Fairlight.
I had been tracking them for a while, and they ended up getting pinched when they tried to sneak past the body scanners down at the mall movie theater. Once the alarms went off, I just sat back, ate some popcorn, and enjoyed my own private comedy starring the punks and the cop. I think the officer got suspicious when she found the spray paint on them. The blue-haired one did manage to stash the data cache before she took them out. Too bad he didn't know I was there. Easy pickup. But still, a pretty slick move on his part. I think they'll be good citizens yet.
Thanks, Decker. I appreciate the help.
Agreed. But is that the only reason you tracked us down, Mr. Decker? I imagine any hired courier could have handled this delivery just as well.
A funny coincidence, that. I needed a break from the old man, so I went to stretch my legs, you know. And then I practically walked right into it. Small town, isn't it? How's the investigation going, by the way?
We have a meeting with someone from inside Parallax who might be able to give us answers. But I'm certain we can handle that ourselves.
Turing? I hate you. I don't hate you. I think you're adorable, but I also think that you just need to shut up. Just shut up. Just... Oh my god.
Hopefully, it will put us on the right track. I just wish this... Never mind.
Oh, hang in there, little fella. It'll be all right. I know you're all tore up about Hayden, but you need to focus on you right now. The only way to help him is to stay calm and work with what you've got. You just gotta roll with the punches and stay on your toes. The folks who did this will get what's coming to them. You might be grasping at straws now, but you keep hunting, and you'll find them.
We will. Thanks, Decker.
No problem, and keep your chin up. One way or another, you'll find the truth.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just gave you way too much information. Just all of it.
Leon out. I should probably stop saying that.
Bye, Mr. Decker.
I just realized that was a...
Okay then, we only have a single lead.
Decker's named after freaking... Oh, what was that movie? Do androids dream of electric sleep? Blade Runner? Yeah. with the Harrison Ford, and more recently that one guy, Ryan Gosling. Yeah, Decker is named after him. I just realized that.
If Parallax really is as shady as Vincent seems to suspect, it could end up very interesting. Let's see if we can put an end to this. Finally. Oh, Tomcat said that we should drop the data cache off with Majid at Stardust when we get a chance. They'll need to decrypt it to see if there's anything useful left inside.
Okay.
I didn't expect you to show up here.
I didn't either. I goofed up.
I was just about to wrap up booking these two, now that they've had a little time to sit underneath the weight of their shenanigans.
Who the hell is this chump?
You're lovely.
The ROM is owned by the guy whose place you trashed. They're both helping clean up your mess.
Huh. We didn't do nothing that bad. This is bullshit. Oh, my dad's gonna kill me.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, you should have thought of that before you decided to take your street art to the wrong street. A little community service never hurt anyone. It'll be a learning experience.
And we would have gotten away with it, too, if it weren't for... Chad, shut up! Don't call me that, Ollie! I told you I'm Starfucker now! So what's the point of watching all those ancient cartoons with you if I can't use the joke?
Don't dig us any deeper. We're in enough trouble as it is.
They say it in every episode!
We're not on a television show, jerk. We were arrested by real cops.
What? You think they haven't seen the show?
Why do you always think everything is a damn joke, asshole?
Oh, now look who's swearing. Goody two-shoes.
Boys, if we're done arguing.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, whatever.
So, what brings you to my lair?
Mind bending the rules a bit. Those two might be able to help.
Oh yeah, sure. Let me just toss all this paperwork in the trash and break procedure on your whim.
Really?
No.
I don't want to help these two jerks anyway. They think they're so bad, sticking their tough cop buddy on us for no good reason. I ain't got time for this.
So you'd rather do the community service? And have her call your dad?
No, we're totally glad to help. Couldn't be happier. Just don't call my dad.
Shut up. Just shut up.
We really could use their assistance, Detective Rivers. It's my apartment in a way. Isn't it up to me to decide whether I press charges?
Not even remotely. Fine, take them. I can't handle being within earshot of the room any longer.
Aw, I thought we were really making a connection, Detective.
Don't.
Sorry about Chad, ma'am. It doesn't mean harm. We're very grateful.
Are you sure he doesn't mean harm? Because he's done a lot of harm.
We both need to check in with our families first, so we'll meet the two of you back on Market Street, if that's okay.
Of course. We'll meet you there, Oliver.
What a waste of my time.
Sorry again, Lexi. We'll make sure they're useful to the case.
Don't worry. It's a hassle, but you know what we say. Gold in peace, iron in war. Back to the grind again. Stay safe, deputies.
So I need to go... When do we go to...
No security right now?
Hey friends, what can we get for you?
I have something. Here, Tomcat asked me to drop this off with you.
Oh right! Tomcat asked me to take that off your hands and pass it on to them later. Thanks for getting it to me.
Nice.
I won't pester you about what it is.
That's fine.
I know things are always very hush-hush with Tomcat. I'll make sure they get it later today.
Excellent. Thank you.
Because we gotta go. We have places to go. Thank you for joining me for Chapter 4, Part 1 of 2064 ROM. Part 2 will be out shortly. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment letting me know what you like down below. Please no hate or spoilers, as I'm not above removing those comments and the people who make them. That's all for now, folks, and I'll see you next time.